Welcome to another episode of That Crazy Triangle Guy. Here we are looking at Bitcoin US dollar index on a fairly fresh chart. And we have our oscillators turned on. We have the RSI at the top, then the stochastic oscillator below that, the stochastic RSI, and the BBWP finally on the bottom. And we're on a daily time frame. Now, the stochastic RSI is up here. It's up here above the 80 or 70 or whatever level that is. And naturally, that would be probably turning down soon, which does lead me to believe that we may get a maybe a little bit more of the upside than a pullback. And we are up here on the stochastic as well. We can stay up there for a long time. It doesn't really matter. And the RSI certainly could come up further as well. Oh, you know what? Let me check this right here. So I did notice this trend line on the RSI here, and I drew this parallel channel. So there you have that. This would lead you to believe that we could see further upside up here. Now, once we get up there, we could very well stay up there. So, we just don't know. I've made several, so let's get on with our analysis of this. Could see a little bit further and then maybe a pullback. Now that's on the daily. Let's look on the hourly. The hourly wants to continue upwards here. Got room to continue upwards for, some time. You know what? Let me fix this. I had to take out that channel I just drew. We don't necessarily want that on the other time frames. So we are up here on the stochastic RSI. We can again stay up there, oscillate up here. That's just signals that we're strong when we're up here. We don't have to oscillate between the bottom and the top or whatever. We can stay at the bottom or the top or the middle for any period of time we want to. As well on the other oscillators, but this one tends to go up and down more. Now, we just crossed to the upside on the hourly here, so that leads me to believe we will be continuing upwards into the inauguration. Now, the 4-hour time frame. Wait, what am I doing? 4-hour time frame's way down here on the RSI oscillator. So we could see another little dip here, and then that's probably what we're going to see, another little, just like this, a double dipper here, and then continuation up to the upside. That gets us into the end of the day tomorrow, or possibly sooner, before then seeing a pullback on the RSI. Now, so looking at this chart here, it does look like we are starting to break out of this channel. I'll have to go back and look at my chart with all the other lines because I just drew this really roughly, real quickly. We're on the 4-hour. Let's switch to the hourly. Channel, I said channel, I meant triangle. Now, a breakout from this triangle could see downside up or upside to the top of our white parallel channel, or to the downside right around 100, just under 100 maybe. And that's measuring from right back here to that top there. Now, I made some targets. I'm thinking either we pump up here And then the Bears just step in and wreck the hell out of everybody because everybody's thinking we're just going to pump up and keep going. We always just want to keep going, keep going. But, we've come up quite a while here. We've been going up quite a while. We need to see a pullback, create that lower low on the, or higher low on the daily. Now, so we do pump up here and then see a pullback. The question is, where is that pullback? Now I have several targets here with question marks. One's at 104, 104.6, around the range that we're trading in now. And I believe that's where I had this top of our symmetric triangle right here. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. About 104.6. We had been consolidating there and finding resistance for a little bit, forming an ascending triangle that never really panned out to much. And of course, the other two targets could be 102.5, where we had our previous high. Both those this would be really bullish. This would be really bullish too. That would be extremely bullish. And alternatively, we could come all the way down here around 100. Now, there's several targets down here. We could bounce off the top of the daily Gaussian channel, which we'd want to see. But we also could come below it and test the $100 psychological level. And as well, this orange line. What the hell is that orange line? Oh, that orange line is the top of our bear flag consolidation from November that we've been trading in. So yeah, we could come all the way down there. That's 99,900 something. And worst case scenario would come all the way down to the center line of the Gaussian channel. And that's around 95. And that sounds really, really bad. But then that would be creating a higher low from here. That would also be retesting the top of this W pattern that we had broken out from here, right around 95.7, 95.8, I believe that was. And when you switch to a daily, because I have other lines on this chart that only show up on the daily, we have these trend lines stemming back from where? Not from there. We're on the daily? Yeah. Oh, we got to go way back. From October 10th and November 4th. Now, the yellow trend line is connected to the wicks of these days, and the red trend line is connected to the lows of those days. The reason for that is because this move here to 89 took us below there, but what we did is we closed the candle body above the red line, which connects the other candle bodies. We closed, you can see here also that this candle we closed below the yellow line, which connects the wicks, but the candle body respected the candle body closes trend line. The trend line that connects the candle body closes. And here as well, when we wick through here, and well, this candle doesn't really matter because it starts where the other one starts. So, and the reason I put that there, see, that's way up here. But like we did before, we could wick below this and close the candle body up here. So I have all these drawn on Wednesday. Although they could come on Tuesday. or Thursday, or who knows. Um, but you can see here that this question mark right around 100 does also coincide with the orange line, which is the top of our flag pattern that we've been consolidating for the past month and a half, and the yellow trend line that connects the candle wicks from November 4th and October 10th. So that's really a good target right there, 100. Worst case scenario, we could go down to 95, 8, 95, 8. And a better scenario, 102.5. And extremely bullish scenario, 104.6. And from there, then I expect us from there, then see a pump possibly. I put this at our previous high from 108. That would certainly lead people to believe that we're creating a head and shoulders pattern. Now that would be kind of weird because the other one's way over there. But yeah, when you zoom out, this looks fairly reasonable. So possibly then after this dump, we come back up to 108 and then dump into the FOMC meeting, back down about 104.6 and then take off. Alternatively, we could follow this fuchsia pattern. That would be the exceptionally bullish scenario where if we were to pump now up to about 111, then simply oscillate here, finding resistance at this top of the white channel. And that sideways action would also then reset those oscillators we were looking at before, and then pull back down to one of these other targets heading into the FOMC meeting, possibly that 102.5 or 104.8. So, yep, that's about it. I just wanted to update you on what I was kind of predicting price action to look like in the next week and a half or so. And remember, too, though, that we have the 5-day BBWP down here. And it is now 675. So it'll be most likely expanding. Heading into tomorrow, it'll be expanding above, possibly above 10% heading into tomorrow, or the next 5-day period. Now, also, if we do pump up to 111 and then dump, not sure what this oscillator will do, but it may then it may just hang out here for one more period and then break to the upside, maybe the week of the FOMC meeting. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what's going to happen there. But if we did see that fuchsia colored scenario, come on, I want to move these things around. They're not cooperating. Then possibly this would be the start of our breakout. So let's go back and look on the hourly and see what we're doing here. Yeah, it does look. It does appear we are breaking out from this triangle currently. So let me look at our other chart real quickly and see what I see over there. Well, yes, we are currently breaking above the symmetric triangle that we've identified here on the chart. Here we are. We wicked up and we have a little red candle now on the hourly here. Oh, and that was that was the 12 o'clock hour, so that means that was a 4 hour candle that we just made. So I do expect that we will come down and test this at 105.3 and then probably continue up. So that'll look like a wick on the next 4 hour candle. So let's switch to this 4 hour chart. Yeah. So we'll most likely come down here at some point in the next 4 hours, and then continue upwards. Hopefully, of course, we could come all the way back down into the triangle. This could be a fake out, but you know what fake outs are, because when you do see them move like this, you always want to go over here then to your liquidation heat map, and sure enough, you can see that we just liquidated. That was a move to flush out some of these shorts up here. So then also whenever you flush out longs or shorts, you got to figure, hey, is that to grab those guys before we simply head up the other or go the other direction? So, and a lot of times when you do see this, they won't get all the yellow. They'll just get a couple bars into it and then stop and come back just to flex their muscles, I guess. I don't know. I guess it's too much for them to go after all of it. It's not worth I don't know. I guess it's not worth it. Who knows? Or it doesn't play into the pattern they're trying to create. That might be it. You can only go so far without breaking the pattern. But I don't know. Can you? Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of so many factors at play. So that's what's going on there, and we may see not a fake out, but then a return. It may just get this flush outside the candle and then a pull back in, and maybe even a little one down to the outside and then back up, or you just could keep going, and that might just be the case where you just keep going and going and going and going and going up here to our $111,000 target. No point in going on anymore. Keep this to the shorter side, and see you next time.